What's up, fans? It's opening day of baseball. So all you baseball fanatics out there, I hope you're enjoying today. Obviously, baseball's back. I got my Mariners jersey on from a long time ago. I got it when I was a teenager. Ken Griffey Jr., the great Ken Griffey Jr., one of the greatest baseball players of all time. I'm wearing it today in honor of opening day today. So I hope you guys are enjoying baseball. It is back. The Yankees, first home run from Aaron Judge himself, and one of the best players in the MLB today. So there you have it. The Yankees are already off to a good start. I think I just checked it not too long ago. They won today 5-0 against Baltimore Orioles, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, there you have it. So yeah, baseball is back. So all you baseball fanatics out there, I hope you guys are taking advantage of this opportunity to place your bets and cheer on your favorite team. So, but yeah, I got this jersey, Mariners jersey, the great Ken Griffey Jr., one of the greatest baseball players of all time. We got opening day. It's here. So yeah, the Yankees beat the Giants rather today, 5-0. Aaron Judge had the first home run of the season, so obviously he's probably gonna have 50 plus when this regular season's all said and done. So you got that going on. The Braves played today against the Nationals. They won 7-2. The Orioles beat the Red Sox 10-7. Cubs beat the Brewers 4-0. And then the Rays, as of right now, are up against our Detroit Tigers 4-0, bottom of the eighth. So the Tigers need to get something going. You know, they're playing on the road. Their opening day here at home is next Thursday, I do believe, against the Red Sox. So check that one out. Should be a good one. But yeah, baseball, it's here. Crazy enough, right? And then the Phillies are up 4-0 against the Rangers. Pirates and Reds are tied at 1. And then we got tonight's game. We got the defending World Series champions, the Houston Astros, going up against the Chicago White Sox. That should be a good one. The Brides will probably watch a couple of innings of that. I just want to see these rule changes. I'm really intrigued. I saw a little bit on SportsCenter a while back, spring training game, some highlights, how they were implementing the pitch clock, getting rid of the shift, and then the bases are bigger. You know, some of the major rule changes, but the pitcher's clock is really intriguing. So yeah, let's check that out real quick. So some rule changes going into effect for the MLB in the 2023 season. Obviously the pitch clock, so the pitcher has, I think, 15 seconds to throw a pitch or else it's a ball, something like that. So yeah, the shift is gone. No more moving, you know, shortstop all the way to left field to make a play, moving 5 players on one side of the field. They have to be in the dirt or on the grass, the infield grass. And then once that ball is moved, you know, or hit, they can move all around wherever they want. But yeah, the shift is gone. So that's going to be interesting, you know. That'll be very interesting how that plays out. But yeah, this pitching clock, I want to really try to check this out real quick. So according to ESPN, it says the new rule for the pitcher's clock is pitchers will have 15 seconds to throw a pitch with the bases empty and 20 seconds to throw a pitch when there's a batter on base, a runner on base. So hitters will need to be in the batter's box with 8 seconds left on the pitcher's clock. So it goes both ways, man. They're not messing around. They're trying to speed this game up. I like that. I really do. You know, watching a baseball game for 4 hours can be boring sometimes. But now with this rule change, you know, might shorten up the game times a little bit. Haven't done the research on that. I'll definitely have to do that later on and see how much shorter the games are with these rule changes. Should be interesting. But yeah, 15 seconds to throw a pitch when the bases are empty, and then 20 seconds to throw a pitch when there's runners on base. And then the hitters will be in the batter's box. They need to be in the batter's box with 8 seconds left. So you got that going on. So this is how it's explained. So if a pitcher has not started a motion to deliver a pitch before the expiration of the clock, he will be charged with a ball. If a batter delays entering the box, he will be charged with a strike. So once again, it goes both ways. That's going to be very interesting. You know, obviously back in the day, you had guys stepping out of the box, adjusting their gloves, you know, stretching out their back, and then you had the pitchers, you know, touching their hat, you know, spitting, you know, everywhere, chewing gum, you know, whatever. So this is going to be very interesting how this is implemented for the 2023 season. So that's why I'm kind of interested in watching tonight's game, the Chicago White Sox and the Houston Astros, the defending World Series champions, because I want to see how these rules are applied. I really want to check them out, see how it's how it's all played out. I think I read something yesterday too that a pitcher has uh, two, I guess, grace periods to get off the mound. You know, whether to pick off a runner or to throw. What was the other one? I can't think of the other one, but there was like two instances where the pitcher can take a step back off the mound, and it wouldn't count as you know, towards the clock there. So, but yeah, these rule changes are going to be very interesting this year. So I'll have to definitely watch tonight's game, the Chicago White Sox and the Astros. Place your bet on that game though. That should be a good one. But yeah, I want to check out these rule changes. But yeah, opening day, it's here, guys. So Tyler Mizzy, shout out to you, my friend. I know you're watching the Tigers right now. Hopefully they can score some runs. You know, getting shut out on opening day, that's kind of embarrassing for professionals. Baseball team. So we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, opening day is back. We have to jump into some Detroit Lions talk. So obviously the Detroit Lions have been really, really active in the free agency market this past offseason. Obviously their latest signing, obviously it's Marvin Jones. He's coming back. They signed him yesterday, I think, or a couple days ago. He's coming back to the Motor City, 1-year deal. So there you go, another wide receiver that Jared Goff can throw it to. But besides him, we signed C.J. Gardner, Cam Sutton, Emmanuel Mosley. We re-signed Isaiah Buggs and John Kaminsky to new deals. So yeah, Lions are not messing around, man. But it's nice to see them, as I mentioned in the last episode, very active in the free agency process. A lot of people are picking them to win the Super Bowl, and like I said, hold your brakes. Hold the brakes, man. Pump the brakes a little bit. I mean, we have to see what these guys are all about first. I mean, obviously, we got to see how they do in the draft. And speaking about the draft a little bit, and they're planning to go visit Jalen Carter to interview him, to check him out. You know, obviously, his own pro day, he didn't do too well, didn't even finish his workout, came in overweight. He was gassed, so that's not a good sign. And obviously the legal issues that he's dealing with right now. I don't know if the Lions should really pursue him, with all that going on, and his work ethic is in question. We don't need that. This is a culture that we want to win now. You better work your ass off or get the hell out of here. That's it, man. And the Detroit Lions are changing the culture, changing the narrative. They're changing the picture here, and I like that. I like what Brad Holmes is doing. I like what Dan Campbell's doing, but now they got to apply it. They got to implement it. They got to execute when the regular season comes. You want to win the NFC North, you got to win some games. You got to win the big games against the big boys. Dan Campbell said it. And we have a good opportunity. I'm just paraphrasing here, obviously, but he said we have a good opportunity to go up against the big boys this year, to compete with them. And he's absolutely right. I mean, if everyone works together, everyone has the same goals, you work your ass off during the week and you come prepared Sunday, play all 4 quarters, then, they shouldn't have a problem. And I think they have a real good opportunity to win NFC North this year. I mean, obviously, you got the Packers doing shit this year, the whole Aaron Rodgers drama, it's crazy there. Chicago Bears, obviously with Justin Fields, and they just lost David Montgomery to us, and then that defense in question. They just traded their number 1 pick as well to the Carolina Panthers, so who knows what's going on in Chicago. And then the Minnesota Vikings, you still got Kirk Cousins, you got Justin Jefferson, one of the best wide receivers, if not the best wide receiver right now in the NFL today. And then their defense is pretty good as well. They lost some key guys, though. I think Kendricks is gone. He went to the Chargers. And then Zadarius Smith, I think he's gone as well. So they're going to have to load up on defense. But the Lions, they have an opportunity to win that NFC North, man. So we'll see what happens. So, yeah, that's pretty much all the Detroit Lions talk I have, really. And then, as I mentioned before, they're hosting Jalen Carter, projected top overall pick, but I don't know now with all this crap going on in his personal life and then his questionable work ethic, he might drop down a few spots in the draft. I don't know if the Lions should take him, man. That's very dicey, very very risky, I do believe, especially with everything that's going on in his life right now, and then, showing up to his own pro day, gassed and out of shape. The Detroit Lions, we don't have time for that shit right now. We want to win. You're here to play football, stay in shape. If you're not willing to do that, then why are you even here? You know what I'm saying? So we'll see what happens. But yeah, I think the Detroit Lions, they were going to host them, I think, later this week, maybe today or tomorrow. I'm not really sure, but I guess that's the rumor going around. So we'll see. We'll probably hear more about it as time goes on. But I don't know. You know, it's we got the 6th pick, man. Like I said, we need a defensive lineman or a linebacker. Our secondary's covered. We need a linebacker or another edge rusher to help out Aiden Hutchinson. That's my opinion. Maybe a good top, like the top wide receiver, perhaps. No quarterback, no running back. Please do not draft a quarterback or a running back at number 6. If they do, I'll be pissed. But who knows? The Lions might not even have the 6th pick as the draft rolls around. They might trade that for something better. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, Jalen Carter, possibly being hosted by the Lions. We'll see. But I don't know. I think you should stay away from that guy. He's a great football player, no doubt about it. But you know, there's other great football players as well that we can get with the number 6 pick if we still have it by the time the draft rolls around. So that's gonna be a good one. So check that out. And then, as always, we end the episodes of Guys Time for the Prize with the UFC. So obviously, UFC 286. A few weeks ago was a good one. Leon Edwards successfully defending the welterweight title against Kamaru Usman. In a good fight, we had Justin Gaethje taking care of business against Rafael Fiziev. The rumor is he's going to have his rematch against Dustin Poirier. That would be a great fight. 2 of my favorite fighters. That would be an all-time classic. Definitely, if that happens this year, it would be the fight of the year. No questions asked. Those two beat the shit out of each other. Their conditioning is unbelievable. They're exciting to watch. Like I said, they're my 2 favorite fighters right now as we speak. So that is the rumor going around. Hopefully it happens. We'll see. Obviously, both sides have to agree, and then Dana White's got sign on the dotted line, as they say. See what happens. But if that fight were to happen, that would be great. That would be a great fight to have for sure. So we got that. And then last weekend we had Corey Sandhagen taking care of business against Chito Vera. I watched highlights. Corey Sandhagen looked really good in that fight. And then I don't know why they made a split decision win. I think it was really unanimous decision on Corey Sandhagen's part, but, you know, I'm not a judge, so whatever. But, yeah, Corey Sandhagen looked pretty damn good. And Holly Holm got a win, and then she kind of made a political statement about protecting our children. So that was very interesting. Obviously, on Guys Time for the Prize, we're not going to go there. We don't talk about politics on this podcast. But she got the win. She signed a 6-fight deal. So who knows? Maybe there's a title shot down the line for her. Be cool. I like Holly Holm. It was great when she knocked out Ronda Rousey, one of the biggest upsets still to this day. I know it was like 6-7 years ago, but to this day, one of the biggest upsets in mixed martial arts history. Holly Holm defeating Ronda Rousey. So you got that going on, and then UFC 287, the next pay-per-view, not this Saturday coming up, but the following Saturday, April 8th, 10 p.m. So they're back in, they're actually in Miami, Florida for this one. So Jorge Masvidal's background. He's going to be in the co-main event against Gilbert Burns. I think Gilbert Burns is going to take care of business against Jorge. I think after this fight, Jorge's done. You know, he's getting old. Father time is catching up with him. Gilbert Burns is going to take care of business against Jorge Masvidal. So you got that going on. And then Alex Pereira defending the middleweight title in a rematch against Israel Adesanya. I think Adesanya gets his revenge. I think he's more focused now. I think he finally picks up that victory against Pereira. He's the only fighter he's never beaten. You know, he got beat by him when they were kickboxing back in the day, and then obviously a few months ago, Pereira took the middleweight title away from Israel Adesanya. I think in the rematch, Israel Adesanya takes care of business and becomes the new UFC middleweight champion. So you got that going on. Rob Font's on this card as well. I think I saw Kevin Holland's name pop up somewhere, so he's always an exciting fighter to watch. So yeah, this one's gonna be a good one. Order it on pay-per-view. Watch it next Saturday, 10 p.m. Miami, Florida, UFC 287. It's gonna be a good one. And yeah, I will definitely might have to put some bets down as well. It's gonna be a good fight card, I do believe. But yeah, I just think Gilbert Burns is gonna take care of Jorge Masvidal, and Israel Adesanya is gonna get his revenge and become the new UFC middleweight champion against Alex Pereira. So let me know how you guys feel about that, about my picks. We got opening day. The Detroit Lions, very active in free agency, hosting Jalen Carter, a top draft pick, potentially a top draft pick. I don't know. He might slide down a few spots. Obviously, what's going on in his personal life and everything. And then obviously we got UFC 287 next Saturday. So check that one out as well. So that's basically it, guys. So thank you so much for joining me. Guys, time with the Bryze. The Bryze is here. So this episode is going to be available later tonight. As always, check it out. I'll be on YouTube as well. But obviously the audio versions will be on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you listen to your podcasts, we'll be there. So check it out. It's going to be a good one. And opening day. Hopefully you guys are wearing your jerseys today. And check out that game tonight. White Sox, Astros, the defending World Series champions. Check it out. It's going to be a good one. Place your bets, all you baseball fanatics. Shout out to Tyler Mizzy. Shout out to Crazy Chris Turak. Shout out to Mike Borders. All those guys were part of my fantasy football league. They love sports. So shout out to those guys. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much for your support. And then shout out to my cousin Trevor Opaleski, Seattle, baby. I'll be there in a couple months, May 24th through the 31st. So less than 2 months away, baby. I'll be out there. And then shout out to my family and friends who supported me over the years, who supported me doing this. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. You guys are amazing. But the Bryze, he's peacing out for the day, for the night. And you guys enjoy the rest of the week and enjoy your weekends. Stay safe out there. All right, take care, guys. We're out.